Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you all are having an amazing weekend going on. And let me put across a question to you all, which even I came across and I was confused about taking any sides of this particular answer. This question has two answers, like option A and option B. And it is something wherein if I take one side, say if I take side of option A, I feel that I'm not justifying the opinion or the behavior that a person took in the side of option B. Okay, so let me just first explain or put across this small thing which give me this topic, like what is it? What is the correct answer for this whole case? So recently, a couple of days ago, over we have this thing called as Fun Fridays in the office, and during that, we randomly sometimes chat. We have some sort of games and all that stuff. And the previous week, when we were just having this fun Friday events going on, and we're just talking about something, suddenly it somehow went into all these celebrity topics. And there is always somebody who likes somebody more. Like a person A might be liking one particular celebrity, person B might be liking somebody else, and the celebrities in themselves might be in competition or somewhat like a rival on the screen that they show. And that's how, like, even their fans, they also start feeling this, having the debate, mine is a better person, yours is not so good person, and all that stuff. But anyways, keeping that aside, so there was this thing which came up. He's like, you are following so and so person, and you're a fan of so and so celebrity. You know how much bad he has done, blah blah, and all that stuff. This is what one person was saying, and the other one, who was like the fan of that particular celebrity, he is like, but what about all the good things that he has done? He has done 10 good things and maybe like two not so good or a bad thing. So what about that? And the one whom you are following, or whom you feel is a big all time superstar sort of, what he has done, he hasn't done anything that is good. Nothing. Like, people have ample of money. Some like to spend it whatever the way they want to, but some are doing some sort of a charity work or helping needy people. What has your person done, or whatever your uh, whichever person that you are saying is the best one, what has he done? And then the other one goes ahead and says, no, 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 at least he has not done anything that is bad, right? This is something she said. And then it was like, he just asked one question back, that being a good person, how do you define a good person, right? Is it a good person is somebody who never does anything bad and at the same time never does anything good as well? Just living a neutral life. I'm not doing good, I'm not doing bad, I'm just neutral. So does that make you a good person? Or is it like, somebody who has might have done, 10, 20 good deeds, but there are two things which the person has done which are not right, or like, a bad stuff. So how do you give that batch of calling somebody a right person, good person? Mm, how do you give that judgment? And then, now see, in this case, how I felt it when I heard, if I say that the one who has never done anything wrong, at least not shown to others that they have done anything wrong, if there is a person like that, and if I call that, he or she is a good person, then on the other side, probably I am ignoring the fact that the other one, who is being now tagged into a bad person label, we are forgetting the 10 good things that the person has already done. 10, 15, or whatever amount of good things that they have done, we have forgotten about it. We are just highlighting the two bad things and you're saying, he's a bad person. So does that mean if I never ever do anything good and I don't do anything bad as well, I automatically become a better person, a good person in the eyes of the society? And irrespective of how much of good things that you do, even if you do one or two bad things, you just get that label of a bad person in the club or wherever that you are in the society, right? So that way it is like, I am also not justifying someone's good deeds, and I don't know, it was like a bit confusing. So we were like, who is good now? One who is doing some things which are really good, and then one or two things go wrong, and he becomes a wrong person. Or whereas uh, this other one who has never done anything good, nor he has done anything bad, so he automatically becomes a good person. It was really like something which I don't know whether it has a definite answer or not, because there's again one thing, guys. In certain places, in certain among certain groups of people, it depends upon how much of goodness sometimes you show outside, or how much of bad things also are coming into the public eyes, that somebody can call you a good or bad person, right? Sometimes there are a lot of things which happen in the background which nobody is aware about, and we just under that whole impression of whatever that we see outside, we feel that this one is a good, or a best person, a very nice person. So again, I feel this is a personal opinion, a personal view or somebody could have, and probably it might not have a very definite answer to this whole scenario, because again, sometimes you might do 10 good things, but the two or one bad thing that you do might be like, might be so might be so bad that people completely forget about the 10 things. Anyways, in today's society, what I feel and what I've observed is that irrespective of how much of good you have done previously, you do a couple of mistakes and you automatically become like, from hero to zero types, so in the eyes of the public. So this is what happens. And I don't know, you even in general society, in among general people like us, ordinary people, I don't know how we pass that judgment. It's only we pass the judgment. For me, somebody might be a nice person because I have only seen that person's nicer side. He has been whatever, he or she has been very helpful, blah blah, towards me. So I'll call that person a really good person. But somebody else might have a different view who has seen a different side of that particular person, right? So again, everything is coming down to one basic thing, that is what perspective that you are seeing the whole situation from, or what sort of experience you had with that particular person. So yeah, this was a small little bit of a debate between two people, which just gave me this, sort of an idea that or a topic that how will I ever call somebody a good, or how do I call anybody a bad person? Generally, I don't think there should be bad people. Bad people are probably made by the situations, or they intentionally become bad. Nobody is born like, you are gonna be a bad person. No. But again, it is all depending upon situations, circumstances, intentions. Intentions which were good, which went bad, and then they made you a bad person. Can be anything. Or it can be, how much from outside you have shown your goodness, or how much from outside you have shown your badness. Or it has come into the eyes of the public that people are calling you not so nice a person, right? So again, this is a very, the tricky question, where to pass a judgment, it's not that so easy, because you actually don't know the whole story, right? You don't even know what is happening in the background. So yeah, all these cute debates keep happening between two people who are fans of two completely different people. And as a third person, maybe it's not so fine also to make a judgment, because I haven't been following any of them, so I don't know what is happening in the background. And yeah, bad, good, it's again depending on what I'm seeing from outside. So again, it's very it becomes, probably it will become little bit inappropriate to put a label without knowing everything. And definitely, who am I, or who is anyone to judge somebody else with a label of good or bad person? Because again, for that, if we keep ourselves over there, or there will be somebody else outside, they might be putting a tag on us saying that, oh, that person, don't go to that person, he is not good, or she is not good, she is whatever. The things that they feel are not good in you. So yeah, labeling somebody good, bad is probably not so right, is what I feel. And It's again view of each person, each perspective, how a person has an experience with the whole situation, or how the person had an experience with that particular person whom they are trying to give a certain tag. Okay, so please do share your comments, okay, or your thoughts, how you feel that, in this situation, whom you would have been on whose side, and keeping that neutral, that we don't know, we are not a part of both the parties. So how do you judge? Is somebody who has never done a bad thing a good person? Remember, that person has also not done anything good as well. Or is it a person who has done 10, 20 good things but ended up doing two bad things, and he becomes a bad person, or he still be the good person? Okay, again, this is a little bit of a debatable thing, but yeah, do share your opinions in the comments below. I'll see you all next week. Till then, bye bye.